The learning methods have changed in the last 10 years more than in the previous 100 years in the 20th century. We've moved from a traditional classroom approach where the instructor is the center of attention to a more student-centered or learner-centered type of learning, which means that the learner is more responsible for his learning, so that the methods reflect this change or shift in paradigm. The actual learners are demanding more as far as methodology is concerned. So they have more access to technology, they have access to mobile devices, and this type of access makes the method demands a more flexibility on the method. That means that the courses are not day-long courses or month-long courses, but they're shortened to correspond to the working day of an employee or learner. They have to be more flexible, which means access has to be at home, at work, on the job. And it also means that these methods have to be shorter in message. The message has to be shorter and it has to be more to the point. We're shifting from something that's less academic and more applicable in the real world. Advances in technology are also allowing us to design in a more immersive way to put the student or the learner inside an environment, a real-life environment, which is going to help him recall and retain information. For example, in Alstom, we use immersive technology in the form of simulations where we're simulating power plants. The learner gets access to this power plant before the power plant is even built. So we are able to simulate real-life situations that might be too dangerous or too costly to train in a real-life environment, and technologies help bridging that gap between what is possible and a training that was previously impossible to do because we didn't have the infrastructure. There's a great movement towards what we call M-learning or mobile learning, where we bring training into personal devices, whether that be a tablet, their iPads, iPhones, even Blackberries can do it. These kind of mobile devices will bring information that is in a timely fashion, so when they need it, not before, not after. The second movement is into this integrated or simulated world where we're going to use more and more on-the-job training for augmented reality. This means that when a worker is being faced with a problem and he has to diagnose it, not only will he have the information he will need to make a repair on a machine, but he will have also the capability through this interface with technology to learn how to make the repair if he doesn't know how to do it. I don't believe that technology today can replace the high value of human interaction and the value of a real expert sitting in front of you helping you with real problems. I do think that there's a time and place for face-to-face. Technology and Alstom today in learning is used to optimize the time we have together. So we're making more and more blended solutions where we're dedicating time together for very high value actions, problem solving, being able to dive deep into a delicate situation. For example, our ethics and compliance training blends both. The principle or theory of ethical policies at Alstom are being treated as a distance learning element, and then when we get together in face-to-face, what we do is we concentrate on high-level or high-value interactions where we're dealing with real ethical problems and how to solve them at Alstom today. So it's really more of an optimization of time with the face-to-face than a replacement. The other side of bringing technology to learning is making our working environment more attractive for employees. This means it might be easier to recruit and retain personnel. Engineers expect a high technological environment because that's what they're working in and that's what they're producing for us. We are a technology company. If we'd like our engineers to be able to meet the challenges and be innovative, then we ourselves have to reflect that in how we train them and how we treat them and how we develop them. We have to make the content more accessible, easy to use, and user-friendly. Without these elements, we're not responding to the actual tendency in the Web 2.0 world, which is, I don't need to get it from an authority, I can get it from a peer, I can pull the information to me, and I can learn from others through collaboration. Those are the major shifts that I'm looking at today and that we're trying to respond to before it becomes an issue at Alstom.